this is it, the long-awaited video. My thoughts on the college visit. I've decided I'm going to tell you where I went, just because it's going to become really complicated if I talk about a bunch of colleges and I don't tell you where. Also, like, I'm not going to maybe tell you which I commit to, but even if I do, whatever. So I visited Gordon College recently, and I'm just kind of going to walk you through the experience and talk about what I liked and what I didn't like, if whatever. So we flew up to Boston, which was, fine. It was rainy when we left where I live, it was rainy when we got to Boston. Then at Gordon they really only let you stay one night, which, whatever. So my mom and I went to a hotel somewhere, not in Boston and not in Salem and not in Wenham, which is where the college is, but somewhere else. And that was fine, I guess, it was weird. I think our room had been, like, double booked or something, I don't know. There was a lot of issues with that place, but then the next morning we took a cab to the college, which was absolutely beautiful. It was stunning. I loved it. We went to this building called Frost, which is the admissions building, and it looks just like a castle. So, whatever. I went on a tour, and that was really, like, the first thing. Also, I picked up a name thing, and while it didn't have Azaria on it, it had my, nickname and not my legal name, which was pretty chill, and it had what I wanted to study, and also I got in, like, all sorts of cool places with it. So that was cool. We went on a tour, and we talked really about how every building on campus was built with intentionality. For example, the music auditorium has windows of a bunch of different sizes to represent different, like, time signatures for music. Everything is built with intention and attention to detail. The tour was great. It wasn't long. It's a very manageable campus. It's also a very accessible campus. There was only one building I saw the entire day that, as far as I could find, it didn't have an elevator, but I believe it does. Also, I, saw visibly disabled people, which was really cool. I don't really remember what I was saying. I think I was talking about visibly disabled people. Anyway, it was just really cool to see that. So after we took this tour, also everyone I met was super friendly all day. The tour guide was great, all the admissions people were great, everybody was great. All the people I haven't talked about yet were great. It was lit. So then we went to convocation, and the way Gordon works is they have chapel on Mondays and Wednesdays, which is like a worship service, and then they have convocation on Fridays, which is where, like, a guest talks and whatever. And they have some other stuff you can do. Basically, the way that works is you need about 30 chapel credit hours, which roughly translates into going to some worship activity twice a week. So it's not really that demanding, which is good, because sometimes I'm probably not going to go. But, so convocation was just lit. We had, I think, some Gary Schmidt, which sounds like I'm disrespecting him. I just don't know for sure who he was. He was the dude who wrote, like, the Wednesday Wars, if any of you are familiar with him. He came and he talked, and it was great. He went to Gordon. He teaches at the place I'm going to visit this week, which is Calvin College. And he accidentally called the Gordon students Calvin students. That was uproarious, but whatever. It was so powerful. Also, if you're wondering what's going on, why there's so many starts and stops, my laptop is being janky. So then I went to go speak to the head of the Biblical Studies department, the chair, and she was so great. that was literally just so much fun. I'm so glad I got to talk to her. Also, during chapel, I negotiated with a student I know there who wanted me to go to one of his classes, his wisdom literature class. So it turns out that the department chair taught the wisdom literature class. So she and I knew each other, and I knew the student, but they didn't know I knew each other, so that was cool. She just really knows Hebrew, and she told me that Gordon is like one of the only places to offer Hebrew 1 and 2 as an undergrad place, which is really rad. They also value authentic community, which is really important to me in case you're new around here. Hi, I love authenticity. It's what I think is the greatest gift humans can give each other. Basically, she really wanted to see me come, and she really wanted to talk to my mom more, so that's cool. Then we went to lunch. They had like new students for us to eat with, which is kind of weird. Also, there were other people there. I don't know how that happens. Is it just people show up randomly every Friday or something for college visits? I don't know. So I ate with some people. The food at Calvin, or not Calvin, Gordon. I'm thinking about Calvin because I'm going there this week. The food at Gordon was so good. Like, unbelievably good. A lot of seafood. I had like a salmon burger. I had some pumpkin shrimp curry at one point. So good. So we had lunch. Then I had my admissions interview, which was like the chillest thing on the planet. And then my mom went to go talk to finance people, and then she went to go do her own thing after the admissions interview and her finance discussion, and then I went to the wisdom literature class, which was like literally the strongest selling point for going to that college I'd seen all day, and it was the most important hour of, I'm willing to say, of like my life. It was so cool, so powerful. I'm so glad I got to sit in on a class. And then I hung out in the library for a bit, and then I went to go to the dorm of the person I was staying with overnight, who I knew. I encountered a lot of people I already knew from school, where I go to school now. So that was both cool and a little frustrating. I think it was more cool than frustrating, though. Because I met, like, other new people. So then we hung out in their dorm. Then we went to dinner, and I had this really great drink. And this was opening week of Gordon's play, Translations. That was opening night that Friday. So we decided we wanted to go see that. And I was like, hey, can I get a free ticket? Because I'm a visitor. I'm waving my visitor's badge, by the way, which is over there. You can't see it, but it's over there. The dude at the box office was like, let me ask somebody else. And then he asked somebody else, and the somebody else said, sure. So I got in for free, which is pretty great. And it was such a good play, but they only did half of it, and we all were like, why? The other half is in Gaelic, as it turns out. It was a play on the relationship between the British and the Irish when the British were colonizing and, like, standardizing names and stuff. It was really good. It was cast well. It was acted well. Like, Gordon's theater department is lit. I'm saying lit a lot. Gordon is lit. Then, because I'm a visitor student, we got to go to the cast party. Like, hey. Then we went to another friend of mine and a new person I met. We went to their dorm and we played Settlers of Catan till like 11:30, 12:30, sometime. Then I and the person I was staying with left, and we went and to her dorm. Dorms are fine. Dorms are nice. We got up early in the morning, packed up all my stuff. I threw my stuff in a bag. We went to breakfast, and I headed home. And my mom and I were in the airport for like 2 hours between when we got through security and when our flight left. So that, whatever. Things I really like about the college. Literally pretty much everything. I like its accessibility. I like how pretty it is. I like its intentionality. I like its academia. I like its sense of community. I like its food. I like its dorms. I like the way it values students as people and not products. Is there anything else I need to know about college? No. It's like 3 miles from the ocean. And they have a van thing that'll take you to Boston, which is handicap or wheelchair accessible, so that's really cool. I like how it's obvious everyone there has an ardent heart for the Lord. And they appreciate diversity of opinion, which is cool. Things I don't like. Really, I just wish it was more liberal and more diverse in terms of gender and sexuality. But you can't have everything, I guess. Another thing I really appreciate is their Hebrew professors, the dude who translated the Book of Ruth for, like, the NIV, which is one of the standards of Bible translations. So that's cool. And that's my thoughts on Gordon. Literally, if they accept me, I am seriously considering going there. But I'm also seriously considering going to the place I'm visiting this Friday/Thursday/Saturday. I didn't also like that they wouldn't let me stay on campus more than one night, and that they kicked me out at like 10 in the morning, but say lovey. So that's my thoughts on Gordon. I hope you have a great day.